And we back at it again. It's your boy Donnie. Let's talk about it. So guess who's in trouble now? That's right. Well, if it isn't Mr. Tyler Perry himself. Tyler Perry, quotations, black women who earn higher salaries should be open to dating broke men. Quotation. Tyler Perry says high value black women who earn more money than most black men should be open to dating those men. A lot of women, especially black women, and I might get in trouble for saying this, but I will. In our society right now, black women are making a lot more money for the most part than black men, Tyler said on the Keep It Positive, Sweetie podcast with Crystal Renee Hayslett. Quotations. If you can't find love, if that man works at whatever job and is a good man and is good to you and honors the house and honors his wife and does what he can because his gift might not be your gift, that is okay. Quotation marks. Stuff here, man. Tyler said high value women should date down, even if he can only pay the light bill every month. Nah, bruh. I'm gonna have to disagree with you on this one. That's not somebody that's beneath you. That's somebody who came to love you at your worth. As long as he's secure in himself to know that, yeah, she makes a lot. I mean, most of the money. All I can pay is the light bill. As long as she's comfortable enough to say, I'm going to cover the mortgage and all the other stuff, that is fine. But that's so hard for a lot of people to take in, Tyler said. Oh, you know you're going to get some backlash for this one, bro. But when you talk about just someone to love you and support you, I know people whose men, I'll be reading too fast, can't touch what they make. But when you see them together, that love, that support, that I got you, babe, it's a beautiful thing. Bruh, you speaking fantasy language right now. Tyler continued. You gotta remove the money from the situation because it's just gonna cloud it. I'm telling you. There are some good men who can't meet you at your net worth. All right, I give you that. That's truth. If you try to make it about the money, then it's always going to be about the money. All right, I give you that one too. But you still gonna get this pushback work. You know what I'm saying? It looks like that's the end of the article. Man, that was short. I mean, shout out to you, Sandra Rose, but I expected the article to be longer than this. How long you been doing this? No disrespect. Anyway, yeah. Whew. It's about to get real crazy, boy. Yo, shout out to to our sisters out there in the world. I know it's they in an uproar right now. They are in an uproar, man. They up in arms against this man. They want him boycotted. Tyler Perry is now in trouble. He knew this was coming. I'm like, has he been in tune with the red pill community, the manosphere community? You know, I'm noticing there's a trend going on. And this is how you know that these celebrities are watching you, brothers. Didn't TD Jakes was talking some red pill language stuff? And now Tyler Perry? And there was a singer who had like a song, a line in one of his songs where I think he got some red pill. He done took the red pill too. What's his name? Forgot that dude's name. Man, I'll come back to it later. And I'm starting to notice. Oh, and Steve Harvey, he's taking y'all talking points too. These brothers be watching y'all, man, quietly. Don't let them fool you. hmm Don't let them fool you. Um, where do I want to begin? There's a lot to unpack here. I'm about to do a deep dive. He he said just as long as he can pay the light bill, that's good enough. Nah, man, these women are not gonna go for that. The modern women today are not gonna go for. Well, at least he can pay the light bill. I'm cool. Don't worry. I'll knock all these other bills out. She's never gonna respect them. So I think this is a terrible, terrible idea. I don't think this is what we should be doing. This is not it, bro. I understand what he's trying to say, but black women today are tired. I'm like, wait a minute, where he been at? He's still up in the clouds and the mountains of his wealth and fame and his status that he can't relate to us down here at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? He can't relate to us because these women have been dealing with struggle love. That sounds like struggle love to me. Now, I've been telling y'all, brothers, when I was doing videos years ago, and I'm back, I was telling y'all, you got to stop moving in with these women. You got to get your own spot. Be a man. However, you got to find your way to navigate through this life. Find yourself, find your gift, your calling, why you was put here, brought here to this planet, and just do what you got to do to survive and try to make that materialize and your dream come true. But at the same time, you're going to have to get a job until you don't have to work for nobody. You feel me? You brothers be wanting to leech on to these women. That's what I'm telling you, a lot of these Pookies and Ray Rays, they like this. Ooh, yeah, that's right, Tyler Perry. You tell them. They rooting for that. They cheering it on. Look at some of these YouTubers. Uh-huh. It's funny how they cheering that on, right? Nah, we don't cheer that on, bro. You got to pay more than just a light bill, man. Like, and my thing is, if she makes more money than you and you ain't comfortable with that, then you just going to have to just stay to yourself. And you know what I mean? Until you find somebody that is on your level or you on their level. Because you will not be equally yoked that way. See, this is how I look at it. It's like it's a double-edged sword because I feel like as long as the woman knows that I am the head of the household and she don't let that money go to her head and her status of where she at her job, the kind of job she has, she don't let all that go to her head, then we could work. But nowadays is very far in between. Like it's very rare to find that because most women feel like you can't tell them nothing on the simple fact that, excuse me, they got the house or the crib, whatever, apartment. You know, they got their own spot. They got a car. You know, they got all these options on social media and in the regular world. And then they got a job. Some of them got 2 jobs. So then here you come trying to regulate their life and what they got going on, especially if they got kids. They're not trying to hear that. And see, that's been the biggest problem in the black community is the leadership role. It's been a power struggle with that. They want to look at you as a partner instead of, you know, they are to submit to their man. They like, well, if I ain't got a ring on it, I ain't submitting to you. And that's the problem. So it's been a struggle. I've talked to women before in the past where they was like, one girl was like, well, if we move in together or if I move into your crib, that means I got to give up mine. Then I'm going to lose my independence. I was like, security blanket. There you go. She's not willing to give that up because she don't want nobody telling her what to do. You know, and a lot of them are good. That's what a lot of them deal with. They don't want nobody. They don't respect authority unless it's in the corporate world. But when it comes to somebody the same color as them, they don't respect them enough to the point to where, you know, they'll be like, okay, I'm gonna be submissive and feminine, because really it's our fault. We let it get this bad, y'all. I used to be against brothers saying that, but I'm starting to see it's our fault too. It ain't just the women's fault, because we settle way more than women ever settle. Don't let nobody tell you different. Black men settle more than black women. It's a fact. How do I know? Look at some of the brothers you see with the most. I don't know how to say this, but you see them with women and you like, why is he with her, man? You can have all these girls and he settled for that. I'm telling you, man, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, even girls be clowning them like, oh, well, I guess he couldn't get nobody, he with her. These women aren't going to go for that. They going to look at you as time goes by. Even though you're paying the light bill, they going to get your bags ready and take your dusty behind right on off to the mission. These women ain't going for that, y'all. You know, they're just not gonna go for that. See, when it comes to struggle love, like I said in the past, they're just tired of it. My only thing is, why can't they find a man, right? Why does it have to be about money? Just find a man that you see potential in, both of y'all, not just him, and you respect that he's the head of the household and you want to go down the direction he wants to bring you on. If he has his ish together mentally, right? And he's like, look, babe, I want us to do this. Let's do that. We're going to save our money. We're going to do this, da, da, da. And y'all going to work towards that. Give it a chance. But if he ain't got no job, he can't keep a job, he don't even have his own place when you meet him, you got to run. You got to head for the hills. That's struggle love. And I'm not telling you to build a man. I'm telling you to build with a man. See the difference? That's right. That's how it should be. You're supposed to be building with a man, not building a man. Because I hear a lot of them say, well, you know, I'm going to help him get on his feet and then he going to leave me and be ungrateful and then act like I never helped him. Nope, I ain't doing that no more. You see what these people keep doing? It was quiet in the black community until the brick lady came who scammed y'all. How y'all let this Somalian chick finesse y'all for 40 racks? And she was doing this back in 2020. You feel me? Y'all ever heard the boy who cried wolf? Y'all never heard that story? I know, come on, man. I know I ain't that old. I know y'all had to hear about that story. Well, now you got the girl who cried brick. But anyway, and y'all made this man a billionaire, black women. And look at how he portrays y'all in his movies. And he's always tearing the black men down in his movies. That's why I never really was a fan of it. I mean, some of his movies be cool, and I kind of like them. They cool, but then sometimes I just be like, yo, why always the brothers being torn down in these movies? You know what I mean? Like the image. And then he got Madea. I never liked that. It's just too ghetto. And I know he said that it reminded him of his auntie. And he said like Madea is a cross between his mom and his auntie. And he said Eddie Murphy inspired him to do the Madea because of the clumps. You know, when Eddie Murphy was doing all that crazy stuff with the woman and all that. So he said that inspired him. So he wanted to try that, you know. So it's pretty much Madea is based on his mom and his auntie growing up, right? That's their personalities. But I'm about to end this. I went over my 10-minute mark. I think this could be for algorithm's sake, and he must have a movie coming out. That's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, we're not even gonna talk about his last little situation he had. You know what I mean, with that Ethiopian chick he was with for 11 years. That was an arranged relationship. It was arranged. I ain't buying it. That's all it was. Nothing more, nothing less. And then time passed. Time expired. They parted ways. You know, come on now. We already going through the struggle, and now you telling these women that they just have to date down. I mean, I hate that title, date down. You know, I feel like men and women should stay away from each other until they got something in motion of they having their ish together to some degree. You feel me? Black men should get their ish together to they right in the head and right financially a little bit at least. And then same thing with women. And I think we just gonna always be going back and forth. You know? So I wonder if the black women are gonna really boycott them. You know, the cancel culture and all that. So these are some crazy times. I mean, things was quiet for a minute with black men and black women. It wasn't as crazy as it's getting, but you go on social media and it's just a constant gender war. And I just try to stay out of it, man. Like I used to be engaged, but now I value my peace more. So I just let them argue. I just be reading the comments and I get up out of there. And if it inspires me to make a video, I might do it, might not. But like I said, I don't want this channel to be about relationships anymore. I leave that for the people that want to do that. I just want to talk about a number of things. Y'all let me know what you think. Do you think the days of 50-50 or 70-40 is out of here? Because remember, most people do the 50-50 in the household with their, significant other. You think that's out of here? Or do you think a man should just be 100? He pay for everything. I mean, if financially, if he can afford it and they both agree on that, that's how it should be. Back in the days when I was a child, my father took care of everything. Mom stayed home and did what she had to do, to raise us. That's how it was in my generation. But when it came to my generation, it just slowly died out. And now women are boss chicks, and a lot of brothers don't want to work, or they don't want to apply themselves to do better. You feel me? Not just for the sake of a woman or women, but for themselves. I really believe brothers should get into going through a monk mode where they don't mess with no women at all. Whether it be 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 4 years, and just get your life together, get your finances in order, and just keep grinding, save money, keep grinding. And a woman will come along, or you can go back into the field if you say, I'm going to give it a good 5-year run. And then, you know what I mean? Like, now you got now your options is way up then, because you're going to be looking different. You're going to be moving different. There's just too many people out there just trying to find something, and they just need to be single for a while until they find themselves and figure it out.